Welcome to Daily News. My name is Paulina Loza. Today we're talking about the situation faced by Apple Company with one of its main manufacturing companies, FOXXCONN. They have been generating a lot of troubles with the working force and activists that are complaining about the excessive workload they have, that generate workers a lot of stress and has driven some of them to suicide. Rodrigo Lanz is joining us to give some of its professional opinions about the situation. Hello, Lance. How are you?
Fine, thanks.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you about some questions. How should Apple react and face this problem of worldwide interest and global media?
Well, for multinational corporations, it is very common to encounter with public scandals which affect the company's image and reputation. In order for Apple to take the smallest part of the media impact, they should state that any problems involved by annexed companies such as FOXXCONN are not of their complete responsibility, and they only have a limited control and knowledge about what happens inside it. However, they should not deny all responsibility and show they're ethically responsible and care about workers, which are not even their full responsibility, and by proposing possible solutions and incentives for FOXXCONN labor force.
What should FOXXCONN try to compromise to in a feasible way to Apple in order to ensure that the company can still act as a supplier to the giant technology leader?
To start with, they should agree to significantly increase the employment of labor force into the supplying company to fight the excessive amount of work of their employees. To achieve this, FOXXCONN needs to suggest a compromise to the company and the media which they will restore equilibrium and satisfaction in the labor force. Another possible compromise from both companies could be the arrangement of equal increase of salary to all personnel and the payment of extra working hours in order to avoid any future complaints about exploitation. Finally, both companies should start focusing on the working conditions of their employees, which will not only guarantee their workers' safety, but will also cope with the legal regulations and rights for workers in China.
What could Apple do in terms of ethics, CSR, global citizenship, to appear as a socially responsible corporation?
In order to solve the image problem that FOXXCONN created, Apple Company needs to launch programs in order to give a favorable image to consumers, an image of well-being, social responsibility, and a nice, friendly working environment. Programs such as CSR, in which the company supervises itself in order to ensure that ethical standards compliance with the law and the international norms are present at all times. This should be done through activities and marketing campaigns that have a direct impact on the company's consumers' potential clients, and even stockholders, since it is on this segment where Apple needs to ensure the confidence in the brand. Apple should look for the advice from both a company dedicated to CSR programs as well as one that works on company's image.
Should Apple continue sourcing its products in China, or should they look somewhere else?
On one side, the company should immediately cut ties with a provider of production plant on the moment that it starts creating ethical problems with the company and start looking for a replacement so they don't have these problems. Aside from Apple implementing programs for it and corporate global image, they should especially focus on FOXXCONN and make them implement CSR and ethics programs in order to be able to continue to work with Apple. If FOXXCONN agrees to comply with these demands, Apple should have no problem to continue to work with them, and then a bilateral winning situation would be achieved. If they refuse to accept Apple's demands, Apple should immediately start research for a substitute company in order to cut existing ties with FOXXCONN as soon as possible and prevent their global image from being affected. Well, that's it. Thank you very much. I'm Rodrigo Lanz with my partner Paulina Loza. Thank you.